All right, it's Joe, the 50 something Dasher, here with another video. And this video, I just want to give an update on my. Today was my first ever Zoom call for the Dasher Community Council. So, pretty exciting. Was like anxiously awaiting the very first meeting. And I was actually really nervous, but it was kind of like a nerves from excitement, I think, more than anything. So I was really, counting down the hours and minutes until this meeting, and I had some technical difficulties. First trying to join the meeting because I haven't used Zoom for, gosh, it's probably been a couple years. So when I first went to get on, and it's a good thing, it was probably like about 10 or 12 minutes before this was about to start is when I started the process of trying to, click on the link and get into the meeting. And it's a good thing I started early because I otherwise I might have been late because I first go to open it up and it said my version of Zoom was out of date, so I had to do an install on that. That took a couple minutes. Then I had an issue with the login, and like I ended up logging in through Facebook, and so all of that stuff took like close to 10 minutes, and I got on like just like 2 minutes before this started. Um, but anyway, like I said before, and they kind of reiterated this, I'm permitted to talk about just kind of like my general overall experience with it. You just can't talk about any specific topics that they cover during the, and that's fair. That's reasonable request from them. But anyway, so I thought it was all organized really well. Like they had slides and different topics that they were going to cover, and there was like towards the beginning there was a little time allowed for like our introductions to each other, like all the council members, and all the information, the different topics and everything was, like I said, was organized real well. I was kind of impressed with that. One thing I wasn't expecting is I was kind of thinking that it would be approximately like 8 to 10 total members for like USA and Canada combined. It was actually around like 8 people from the United States and 8 people from Canada. So there's about 16 of us total members on this. And the absolutely crazy thing, and I couldn't get over this, was out of the 8 people representing the United States, 3 of them, including myself, were Dashers from Central Ohio. How crazy is that? That you got 3 of the 8 all in like one general area. That was pretty crazy. Um, and the other thing that uh, as far as the presenting of the ideas and everything, I wasn't sure if like in this very first meeting, I thought maybe it was just kind of like going to be informational and it was called like an orientation. So I didn't know if any of our ideas would be if they would take all of our or any of our ideas in the very first session or not. They did take some of our ideas, but it was just on a couple different topics that they decided to hit on in this first meeting. So it wasn't opened up to all different kinds of ideas. They wanted to stick to a couple different aspects of dashing. Um, but and then we covered, all the different, you know, all the different slides, all the different topics that they had laid out for. Like I said, I thought it went really well, and how that everything was organized and how everything was explained, and then going forward, the meetings are going to be on the third Tuesday of every month at the same time. So that that's good. I'll know how to plan for the rest of the 5 meetings. Um, and of course, they talked about how after upon the completion of this, we'll get the lifetime top dasher and lifetime large order program. And one thing that I was curious about is, and I asked if, as it is now with Top Dasher, you have to maintain certain criteria. You have to have so many deliveries per month, the acceptance rate, all this and that. And but for previous council members, there's no metrics to you're just lifetime top dasher and the catering program, and there's no like minimum orders that deliveries that you have to do or any criteria. um just with but you still have to do like your normal like job and everything. Like, how do I want to say it? You don't want to start screwing around. You don't want to start doing like start obviously you don't want to start doing things that are really egregious and getting like really bad customer ratings and things that would, normally get you into trouble or whatever. You don't want to start doing those things. And because that will, I mean, when you think about it, doing stuff like that, that won't just get you kicked off a large order program, or so. That'll get you kicked off the platform altogether. So you want to still be doing the good work that I always do, and the good customer service and that type of thing, and then I won't have any problems. But um, so yeah, that's like I said before, that's an absolute game changer right there. I mean, because then I never again, if I don't want to, don't ever have to go down to downtown Columbus anymore. Don't have to go to the east side anymore. Don't have to go to clear down south to Alabama from Columbus, Ohio to deliver orders. That's when those commercial point runs sometimes feel like I'm going out of state. I can just, if I choose to, just stay right here. Wouldn't have to take minimum $2 orders anymore. My acceptance rate could go clear down to 10% even. Um, but I've like I've talked about in previous videos, I've never had a huge problem with. I mean, I have some bad days, but for the most part, I see like decent offers. I've never had a dash where, for instance, I get like $32 offers in one day. I mean, that just doesn't happen. At least to this point, that's not been realistic. Um, but anyway, so that was real quick. I just wanted to jump on here and talk about my experience on the very first day. Really, really cool. I'm still uh, again so honored and thankful to DoorDash that the powers that be, took a look at me and my situation and the things I had to say and my story, um, and my background and my story, and decided to select me out of all the thousands of people that applied for this. Is a real honor. I'm extremely grateful. Um, And one other quick update here to mention is I talked about recently how I originally was scheduled to work all 4 days this week at the W-2. That got downgraded to just 2 days. So Monday at work, they came up to me and they said, "No, you can't do all 4 days." I was like, "Well, okay, can I just skip tomorrow then with today?" And so I was off today. Um, didn't do any dashing because I'd worked 5 straight days at the W-2. I was tired, and we had some other running around to do. So and then plus I had the council meeting as well. So no dashing today. And then manager called and said he probably, don't worry about coming in tomorrow either. So tomorrow I've already like scheduled a dash, and unless something changes, I plan on dashing tomorrow. And so for the first time in a while, it seems like I've only done 2 dashes this whole month. So plan on dashing tomorrow and doing a recap video. Hopefully I get some good orders, some interesting stories to tell. We'll see. But anyway, uh, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure to check out my other videos, like the video, all of the above. And we'll see you next time on the next video, which hopefully, like I said, is tomorrow. Thanks again.